everybody, we are here with Toby Wickwire. Toby works in Catawiki, that is a platform where you can buy objects, a collectible object, okay? I have this video game in the past, and now I have this one at home. I never supposed that this one could be a collectible object. So why video games now are so popular for collectibles?
I think that people played them when they were new, and now they're sort of nostalgic for them.
Okay.
So they are rebuying the games that they played in their youth.
Okay, it's something in a nostalgic way.
Yeah.
Here we have Final Fantasy. What are the most famous for collectibles people in Italy? This most famous title?
I've seen in my work at Catawiki that the Assassin's Creed games seem to be very, very popular in Italy.
For PC or
For all of the modern systems.
it's a trend for young people that want the video game from the past, or it's a general trend?
A little
For people like me that
A little of both. So there are also young people that want to play a game like this that has now become famous as this sort of piece of art. So they want to experience it, something that maybe they couldn't experience because they weren't even alive when this game came out.
Okay. So it's a general trend. It's not only young people or...
Yes, and some people are nostalgic for it. Other people want to experience something that they never experienced that is now considered a classic or like the best of that type of game in history.
What is the characteristic that a title must have to be a collectible title about video games?
I think it's different for everyone. I think you sort of pick a system or several systems to collect for, and then there are certain like must-haves. So for the original PlayStation, Final Fantasy VII is definitely...
It's very a famous title in your past.
Yes, absolutely.
And the limited edition too?
Yeah, they have made so many different versions of Final Fantasy VII, and also almost any of the sort of famous classic games. They keep remaking them and remaking them and remaking them. And there are people that are super involved in those communities that would probably tell you one version is better than the other. But I think in general, just getting a taste of it is probably enough for most people.
And what's the difference between the Italian market for collectibles if you compare with the other market?
So for video games, there are generally Italian language versions of all of the games.
Okay.
So with some of the most modern games, they have multiple languages. But if you go back to the 90s and early 2000s and 80s, they had specific Italian versions. And even I know for the original Nintendo NES, there's a specific video format. They're PAL A format instead of PAL B, like most of the rest of Europe. So they have specific games that, even though the gameplay is the same, the versions that they had in Italy are very specific to the region.
And you are an expert in Catawiki about video games. So your role are to choose which are the good articles and if the article is fake, right?
Yes.
How is difficult this works?
It's becoming more and more difficult to detect these fakes through just a photo online. For instance, I just learned recently that there is a company now making fakes of these PlayStation 1 games. Not just the cartridges that they've been making for years, but people are now making fakes of these. And you have to sort of be involved in these online communities where people have done the detective work to figure out what are the differences in the fake ones and the original. So I'm in all of these groups. I have all of these websites bookmarked that I use every day to compare photos and decide if something is authentic or not.
And you have your collection at all, and sometimes you want to buy something for you.
Look, I was very, very into collecting video games from the mid-90s to about 5 years ago, and I sold my collection. So now I'm still very involved in the community, but I am not...
Now you are married and you sold the collection?
I am married, but that's not exactly the reason I sold my collection.
So it's from the past. Now you don't have a collection.
I don't have a video
temptation. You're the ones for yourself.
I collect enough other things that I don't need to have video games.
What can you suggest to someone that wants to start to collect more video games?
I would say pick an affordable...
Go to Catawiki.
Obviously, go to Catawiki. But I think there are... it's good to just start with a bundle. Someone that's selling a console with some games and kind of get a start with that and decide if this is the type of games you like to play. and then sort of go online and start finding these communities where people have done reviews of games and sort of get an idea of the type of games that you want to collect.
Ok, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Se vi è piaciuto questo video, mi raccomando, iscrivetevi al mio canale YouTube per essere aggiornati su tutte le novità. Naturalmente mi trovate anche su LinkedIn e su Instagram, ma soprattutto non dimenticate il mio ultimo libro Presenza Digitale, che spiega appunto come costruire una presenza digitale per il proprio brand o per la propria azienda, per il proprio personal branding oppure per la propria realtà più strutturata, quale social scegliere, come costruire la narrazione e infine se affidarsi o meno a un consulente.